It's very scary here because the number of COVID cases have crossed Italy also. I was worried about being a carrier and giving it to my family, and my parents are old, so I don't want to do that, which is why I stayed here. But now, every other day I think about it because it's going to go on for so long. I feel like I probably will not be able to go back home.
We've been in self-quarantine for about 2 weeks now. Our college has moved online completely, so we are technically allowed to go back to India, but no one is willing to take the risk of air travels. The US has also announced some financial aid for its citizens, but since we are international students, we won't be applicable for it most likely.
It's been very overwhelming, very stressful, and I feel there is not enough clarity for me here to feel satisfied and to feel that everything is okay in India and my family is okay and my friends are okay. But I'm holding up.
For people who do not have anything yet, it's becoming increasingly difficult in terms of job prospects, landing a job.
And there have been certain layoffs here on account of the markets really tanking because of the COVID-19. As an immigrant and as an H1B worker, if I do lose my job, I have 60 days to find a replacement employment, or I have to leave the country.
The tough part is that most of us do not have health insurance. So in the event of an infection being passed down to us, we're quite uncertain as to what the steps going ahead would be. Summer holidays are right around the bend, and normally during the summer holidays, most students get part-time gigs at restaurants and bars and grocery stores and stuff like that around here, just to kind of pay the make up for the exorbitant fees that they have to pay in these colleges here. And a lot of them are going back to work, risking the infection even though they don't have insurance.
And something as small as going to throw out the trash is like, it fills me with paranoia. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I'm supposed to breathe or touch the door or touch the trash can or not.
We have to leave from US and go back to India by the end of May, and we don't know how that's going to work out because most of the flights are cancelled now, and we don't know if they're going to start running again by the end of May, if India will even allow the flights in by then, or if the lockdown is going to extend, or if US will allow us to stay here because our visas will be over by then.
Most of us are more worried for our families back home than for ourselves, because the healthcare system in India is not as good as compared to other countries, which is like really worrisome. Because like if you just look at the numbers, the last time I checked, there were only like 25,000 tests done, and that's really a very low number for a population that big.
I have parents in Calcutta, and I can see it's tough. I've been on video with them a fair bit. I think just the nature of socializing in India is such that this is something that's going to take time getting adjusted to, but we do not have time. This needs to happen right now.
I urge everyone to stay safe and to practice social distancing. It is one of the most potent tools we have to decrease the aggressive spread of the virus. It leads to a lesser number of cases at one particular time, which relieves the pressure on the established health systems. Simply put, hospitals might be able to take better care of 10 patients with COVID-19 instead of 1,000 on one given day.
It can get really, really daunting at a point where you realize that you really take like human contact for granted till you're in a situation like this. But I think it's one of those things where you do have to control your your thought process, and you do have to realize that situations like this are out of your control, and you just have to take it one day at a time.